What's good? It is Sam here, and today is day number 33 since I decided to get into real estate wholesaling in South Carolina. I have shit on my lip. And I had my first sale. As you can tell by the title, I made a massive, massive profit, and I wanted to talk about that briefly. But if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and for those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. Let's get into the video. Okay, so I was actually originally intending to just travel across the country in my Tesla, and then I got to South Carolina, and I was like, wait, making more money is a lot more fun. And so I decided to stop here for a little bit. This is my new apartment, and I got into real estate wholesaling. That was 33 days ago. So I've got the company set up, as you can see by the website, and there's been some lots and lots of learnings along the way. Just my sole objective is to just continue moving the needle forward every single day. At this time where a lot of the world and the country is in a state of chaos and panic, this is the time when, complete tangent here, a lot of people live at the very top edge of where their lifestyle can potentially be based upon their income. So what happens when their income drops or completely gets shut off, which is just happening to millions of people around the country right now. And what happens is that all of that shit that people have acquired, whether it's a fancy car or other stupid garbage that people like to have, right? If you are at that top edge, there's no margin. And what ends up happening, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy from two standpoints, that a lot of people are not prepared because they have all this extra crap, whether they're living in too big of a house, they have too much of a lifestyle, inflation as their income increases there. They've got multiple cars, they've got credit card debt, or whatever the case is, and they aren't prepared. And what happens when you get rid of all this BS that is not super important? In times like this, it's a fire sale. So basically, if you're paying $100,000 for something, you're now exiting that at a fraction of that, pennies on the dollar in some cases. So this perpetuates the downturn. And this takes a lot of people's attention away, because during good times, there's a lot of people throwing a lot of money around at different things. And it is a bit more challenging to get way far ahead when everybody is doing the same thing. But in times like these, where the vast majority of people are not prepared, their attention is figuring shit out how to just survive, because they didn't prep and plan for this. And if you pay attention to anything that's fucking happened in history, you know this kind of shit happens every so often, every 6 to 7 years on average. So this one is a little bit longer. It's probably going to be a little bit worse, right? But this is exactly the opportunity. If you are slightly prepared, this is exactly the opportunity you want. Well, everybody else's focus is over here on dispositioning their shit and figuring other shit out. This is where the people who are prepared don't have that distraction, and they can focus in on other things and tightening up business processes, continuing to take care of customers, continuing to take care of employees, continuing to press on the gas, even if that means certain expenses need to be changed. Because if you have a lifestyle that just perpetually goes up with your income, and then your income gets cut in half or completely disseminated, to make a 180-degree turn is challenging, because you have a minutia of those expenses pushing you in one direction. And with the minutia is actually the biggest part, is the psychology of that. Because now you think that you're fucking special because you've got that nice car or multiple cars or this nice house or that other thing, right? And going out to dinner 5 times a week and all these other subscriptions and all this other stuff, right? To take that and go like that requires a lot of mental bandwidth and mental strength to do that. And a lot of people are just not prepared for this. It's going to be a super interesting time. I put myself in a different spot, so I don't have to be concerned about my bills, at least for quite a while. So I'm not in that position. I hope you are not, and I hope that you can use this as a learning experience. If you didn't use 2008 as a learning experience, use this as a learning experience to always fucking be prepared. You know what I mean? When these things come along, so that you coming out of this, you can be in a stronger spot. Because think about this, if you are a business and most of your competitors are focusing on other things because they've allowed the business to just bleed money in unnecessary ways, and they're not lean and agile like you are running your business because you're a fucking intelligent human being, then they have to focus on plugging all those leaks where you can double down on your advertising, on your marketing, and continue to develop and train your people. Now, what happens through that process as you continue to grow, or as you continue to press on the accelerator, if maybe you don't grow, right? But what happens with your competitors? They surely shrink because they're not focusing on growing. They're focusing on plugging the fucking leaks. So they're going to shrink. And as that happens, that's where you can buy your competitors for pennies on the dollar and come out of this whole thing way stronger. So with that being said, let's dive right into some of this. $1.32 that I made. Okay, so here's the website. As I mentioned, there's many different ways to make money through real estate. And with wholesaling, the thing that I've just added on to this is the affiliate program. So this is my website, as I mentioned, and the company that I use is called Investor Carrot. There's actually a link down below in the comment section if you're interested. Their customer service is on point. Made you look. The template that they give you for a website is optimized for SEO. It's optimized for click-through, your CTR, in terms of like getting people's email addresses and phone number and contact information to be able to reach out to them to hopefully close more deals. And all this is already in place. They already have a content strategy in place. So I personally like them, and I signed up for an affiliate program with them. That's the one down below. It's relatively cheap. I think it's $100 or $200 a month. And you put the link downstairs. If anybody does have any need, like I just went through, don't do stupid shit you don't need. If you actually have any need or can use this as a tool to make money or your business stronger, then check out the link. If it is not worth your time and you're just going to waste more money on stupid shit, don't fucking do it. But this is, I have to sign back in apparently because it took me a minute to get into this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So this is the carrot.com affiliate program. And if you just come down here to link tracking stats, it shows that I've had 19 hits. So no sales on that link yet, but in sales, it's essentially affiliates. For those of you who are not aware, affiliate programs are essentially like the salespeople of the 21st century, where you're just selling through a digital form instead of selling through door knocking or cold calls, right? And those could all be potential parts of the strategy as well, but it's essentially being like a 1099 salesperson for the 2020 and in the future versus how things used to be done in the past. So no sales here yet, but it's only 19 clicks, right? So once that's 190 or 1900 clicks on there, then you start to, even if you're at like, 25 basis points or 50 basis points, you start to get in some sales. And how they do theirs is you actually get a reoccurring amount. It doesn't cost you or anybody who uses it more. It essentially just, instead of allocating that profit that would go to the company, you're allocating it to the person where you found it, right? Like, so if you found value in it, use a link. If you're like, hey, fuck this guy, I think he's a douche, then don't use it, right? So what you're essentially doing is giving that person the value if they provided value in terms of talking about it and whatever the case is. And that's how you get paid on these things. But this is not actually, as you can see, I haven't gotten anything out of this one yet. But there's another site. This is batch skip tracing. And if you come down here, look at this, $1.32 in earnings. What's good? I can try to think of what you can do with $1.32. Well, you can save it. You can talk about it. But it is just a starting point. The actual dollar amount is not important. It's very trivial. It is more so the process that you go through every single day to take action and move forward. If making yourself a better human being, a better version of who you were yesterday and the day before, if success, however you may define that for your life, if making yourself a better version of yourself and success in terms of your definition of success, which is probably fucking different than mine, if those two are not part of your everyday, you're never going to get there. And that's exactly why you are where you are in your life. If success and making yourself better every single day is not a priority, never going to fucking happen. That's why you are where you are in your life. If you guys found value in this video, make sure you share this with somebody who you think can get value out of it. I'm trying to grow this channel, and everything that I'm going through in terms of my life and in terms of what I'm learning, I am happy to share. If you guys have any questions, jump over to Instagram, links down below, and press the subscribe button and that bell notification. So YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. Thumbs up for $1.32. This is the first of many to come in the future. If you guys want to check out my other channel where I talk about other stuff, I actually make money from the other channel too, and I make money from this channel in terms of the YouTube earnings, but I didn't mention that here. But there's when you dive into being successful, however you define that, right? I'm focusing on the freedom that the money provides, so I know that the money is a path that gives me the freedom that I want. So focusing on the money, as I've focused on the money over the last 18 months, now I have 7, 10, something like that streams of income online. Relatively trivial, but it's been 18 months. So if you take a little bit of that time where you're fucking wasting it and playing stupid games on your phone, let me take that back. If you think that you want something and you desire something in your life and there's caused some type of anxiety in your mind about you not achieving more, you not being more successful, you not making more money, you not having the relationships you want, you not knowing the people that you think are going to get you there, the only person who's going to do anything about it, who can do anything about it, is looking back at you in the fucking mirror every morning. Step the fuck up. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. Now I gotta pause this. Peace.